Today we're going from this to this. Let's go, I'll show you how. The ceilings are turning out really nice, but as you can see, these white vents are really an eyesore in the ceiling. They've got to go. Before we get started with the installation of the Aria light vents, I wanted to show you this Aria drywall light vent. This vent blends right into the ceiling and has a nice, sleek, modern look. It's really hard to tell, but this is one of their metal OG models. The great thing about this is it can be painted to match the rest of your ceiling, and these metal models have a flap on the back end that allow you to direct air traffic. The product we're using today are Aria Light 4x10" vents. I'll leave a link to all these products down below. For this application, we're going with the Aria Light. The reason we're going with this application for the living room is the plastic version's a little bit cheaper. This part gets screwed into the ceiling, and this tray holds a piece of our ceiling material. I'll cut out a piece of our pine ceiling material, stain it to match the rest of the ceiling, so that it'll help it blend in with the rest of the ceiling, getting rid of those ugly white vents. These vents come with easy to follow instructions printed right on the box. The first thing we'll do is get some of our ceiling material cut down to size. In this case, we need a board that is 8 11/16 by 2 11/16. To get started, I've got some scrap pieces of our ceiling pine that I'm going to cut down to size. Now that we've got our ceiling material cut out to the proper size, you can see it'll fit right into this tray. Next, I'll cut out the other 3 to match this, and then we'll get to finishing them. The next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of time to sand these down before I put finish on them. The finish is going to be the same finish that we're using on the ceiling, so it'll all match. I'm just going to take a little bit of time to do this, and if you're finding value in this video, take a little bit of time to click the like button down below. Here are my cutout pieces that I'm going to stain the same color as our ceiling. If you are doing this, you would just use the same stain or paint that you're putting on your ceiling for these boards. One other quick note, these can be used in a floor, so if you have a piece of your flooring, you could cut that out to be the same size as these and plug that in as well to help your vents blend in with your floor. I applied the finish according to the manufacturer recommendations, so the next step is going to be to put these into the trays, and then we'll attach them to the ceiling. The next thing I need to do is take a piece of my material and fit it into the tray that comes with the kit. You can see that's a really nice fit, and that's probably not going anywhere. But just to make sure, I'm gonna attach this with a little bit of construction adhesive. For this application, I'm gonna use Liquid Nails Heavy Duty Construction Adhesive. Just gonna put a couple of glops down here on the bottom, push my piece in, and that'll make sure that when it's on the ceiling, it won't ever fall out. Once I've got my caulk in there, I'll just press this in place lightly. I'll repeat that with the other 3, and then we can install these into the ceiling. Here you can get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's installed in the ceiling. The next thing we need to do is get up there and remove those ugly things. This is a little hard to show on a ladder, but if you look up here in the corners, there's little places for screw holes. I'm simply putting this up into the vent and securing it with some screws. And here you can see the final result. Here's more of a side-by-side comparison with the Aria vent on the left and the traditional white vent on the right. Which one do you like better? Leave your comments down below. I'd like to know. Overall, these are going to run you about $35 a piece for the light versions. They are a great upgrade. It's a good, easy, do-it-yourself project. Lets you practice those fine cuts. Overall, anybody can do this. There'll be a link down below so you can get some for yourself. Thank you.